the one, the only, Bencio.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube table enabled as we continue Shulchan Aruch Yomi this week. Today we're doing Siman Reish Mem Ches Melchel Shabbos 248. Did a maflik b'svina v'holech b'shayar b'Shabbos. You want to go on a boat? And nowadays it's pretty much limited to cruises. No one's going on boats anymore, but it used to apply. Some people, I don't know, I guess they like to go on yachts. I don't know. Aleph muter lahaflik b'svina fil b'erev Shabbos. You could go even set out to sea on your cruise, even on Erev Shabbos, in Holchus Dvar Mitzvah. That's only if you're doing it for Dvar Mitzvah. Otherwise, if it's not for Dvar Mitzvah, we'll see at the end. The only thing that's not considered Dvar Mitzvah is basically the Tayel for vacation, which is why most people do it. So you can't go on Erev Shabbos, right? But if you go on Erev Shabbos, you can do it with Dvar Mitzvah. It's pretty inclusive Dvar Mitzvah. We'll see the Ramah says even to go see your friend to say hello. So if you want to go on a cruise, and maybe you have a friend in Greece or something like that, you want to go say hi. Maybe go make a Facebook friend with someone in Greece, then you'll become friends with him. And then you can go visit him and take your cruise ship to Greece, to the Mediterranean. Or you can go visit the Balkan area over there. If you're going for a Dvar Mitzvah, posting Moshe Yishbos, one of the fact is you have to tell the captain that he should stop on Shabbos. He can't travel on Shabbos. He has to dock on Shabbos. He can't travel. He doesn't have to listen to you. But as long as you stipulate, I'd like you to do this. Okay. That's okay if he doesn't do it. As like we said, for a cruise, and you don't have a friend in Greece, you don't have a friend in the Balkans, then you have to make sure you do it starting on Tuesday. You can't do it on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you go on Tuesday, it's okay. We'll see in a second in Sifes what's the reason. 3 days. Even if the boat is being pulled by animals, meaning it's very shallow water. Because again, you're not using the animal. You're not allowed to ride an animal on Shabbos. But the Gemara at Mesach Shabbos says sidei stadim, right? The animals are pulling the boat, and the boat you're on the boat, so it's sidei stadim. It's not that you're using the animal. That's okay by animals. I feel in bagova mayim asar tvachim. Even if the water is very shallow, it's not 10 tvachim. I feel makom sheisarach yishar lasas kach malacha b'Shabbos holech hasfina. Right? The reason 10 tvachim is important is because it's considered not water. It's considered part of the city, part of the tchum. You might go out of the tchum. It's still okay. We'll talk about why it's okay. And even if there's a chance you might have to machal Shabbos, as long as you set up 3 days before, it's okay. Let's say it's a short travel. Tzur is Tyre. Tyre is a city in Lebanon. Tzidon, I guess it's a place near Israel on the coast. You want to do traveling over there, business over there. You can do it in less than 1 day. You can stay out in the morning. Because it's possible. They don't have to for sure, but it's possible if the winds are in the right direction, you'll get there before Shabbos. And there is a minhag. Some people, even chatzos, they don't do malacha. And that's the minhag in your place. The minhag is binding on people, and therefore you can't do it on Shabbos. There's a lot of different explanations the Rishonim give. The main here, I believe, is the Rif's explanation. Oneg Shabbos. Why? The first 3 days on the sea, you get seasick, right? And if you start on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, one of those 3 days is going to be Shabbos, and it's gonna worsen, or it's gonna detract from your Oneg Shabbos. So that's only if you go on the oceans, which are salty. If you go on the rivers, you go down the Jordan River, you can travel even within 3 days. On Erev Shabbos, you're allowed to. But if you're going to go on Erev Shabbos, you have to make sure that the water is at least 10 tefachim deep. Otherwise, you're wrong with tchumen. If you know that it's very shallow, the water, less than 10 tefachim, also and there's a problem of tchumen, which is a separate problem. So you can't go on that boat on Shabbos. Now, 3 days before, I believe it's okay. Even though, like we said in Sifal, even though there's a problem with Tchumen. I'm going to discuss in Ian Talin on why 3 days before we're not worried about all these things. Also, the kind of Shabbos. Again, there's a lot of possibilities. Tchumen is a possibility. Then there's a possibility of doing malacha on Shabbos, and there's something which they didn't talk about, which is also a problem of traveling Dalet Amos in a Carmelis. Every ocean is considered a Carmelis, which is like a Rishon Rabbim, and you can't be there. You can't travel Dalet Amos. They don't talk about that over here. I'm going to talk about that in Ian Talina, and talk about exactly what's going on over here. Also, the concept of Shalosh Yom Shabbos, I feel him naros hanovim hilam alam. Sorry, even if it's about 10 talk, maybe you have to do malacha on Shabbos to bring yourself a situation when you do malacha on Shabbos. That's a problem. Aval, the Ramah continues, again, if the animals have to draw the boat to the dock, that's okay, because again, that's not using an animal, it's stadim, it's not close enough to the animal, and it's okay. Gimel, heicha de mutter lahaftig Erev Shabbos, where we say it's mutter to go on Erev Shabbos, Erev Shabbos, right? There's two instances you can go on Erev Shabbos. One, if you're going a short distance, where you can make it to dry land before Shabbos, or two, if you're doing the Dvar Mitzvah, and your postek, meaning you say to the captain, I want you to dock on Shabbos. So you want to do the boat on Erev Shabbos, right? You want to make sure that is your place, right? So there's no problem with Tchumen. The boat is your Tchum. Aval pi maflik b'Shabbos mutter. Right? You want to go on the boat before Shabbos. You can't leave, the Shulchan Aruch says. Otherwise, you lost your shvisa, your makom resting on Shabbos, not on the boat. It's when Shabbos started. You're leaving it's taking off on Shabbos day. So Erev Shabbos, when Shabbos starts, you're not going to be on the boat. So it's a problem. Haggadah, the Ramah says, "V'yesha omrim dafil yotzim min asfina shari. Ma'achar shekana b'shvisa me'erev Shabbos muter achar kach likanet b'b'shabbos lahaflik." He says, no. The Ramah says, once I went there and I set up my room on the boat on Shabbos, even though I left Erev and Shkia on Shabbos, I wasn't on the boat. It's still my makom shvisa is on the boat, and I can go on Shabbos and travel. V'yesha osin kiddush b'sfina. Some people are machmir; they make kiddush on Friday night in the sfina. Akka chozim lebeisa melanim sham. Then they go back to their houses because the boat's not leaving until Shabbos day. La'achar l'machar chozim l'sfina mafligin v'chein agel b'ksas mekomos v'ein l'machos v'ayin l'kman siman shin lamentet v'tav dalid. This seems to be, they said that opinion, that you're supposed to go on your boat and be there for Ben Hashmashos and say Kiddush over there, and then you can leave and come back on Shabbos. Dalid, hayotzim b'shayara b'midbar. Let's say people are not going they're going in a desert, the Sahara Desert. And v'akol yodim shem esrichim l'chal Shabbos. Everyone knows you're going to have to mechal Shabbos. Right, on a boat, you can say dock on Friday afternoon, on a long trip, on a long cruise. He doesn't have to listen to you, but as long as you say that statement, there's a possibility he might listen to you, that's okay. But when you're going on a caravan, you're going on a bus through the desert, you're taking camels through the desert, you can't stop on Shabbos. If it's within 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can't go out on that travel. According to the Shulchan Aruch, 3 days before, you could, even though you know on Shabbos, you can mechal Shabbos. Even though you're going to have Pikuach Nefesh. A lot of times you'll have Pikuach Nefesh in the desert, because you have to do malacha. You have to do you're not going to have any water. You're not going to have any food to drink. You'll have to, you'll have to basically, you have to cook or something like that. Not going to have any food, you have to cook. So, and maybe you'll have to desalinate the water. Right? You brought some salty water with you, you'll have to desalinate it. Avnas malacha. Mutter, ain't kan chilul. It doesn't make a difference. You know, you have to do chal Shabbos. As long as you went 3 days before, you started on Tuesday or before, it's okay. We'll have to explain this in Ian Talina, why is it okay. But Eretz Yisrael, if you're making Aliyah Eretz Yisrael, in this Dam Lo Shayara, I feel about Erev Shabbos. If a caravan or a bus is traveling Erev Shabbos, came in Dvar Mitzvah, the mitzvah to live in Eretz Yisrael, you're allowed to go. You can make it, you're supposed to stay, even if you're on Erev Shabbos, it's mutter, you have to tell them to stop. Again, we're talking about a case where it's possible for them to stop. I mean, before they get into the desert, or you're traveling from, you're traveling from Jordan, or you're traveling from Iran or Iraq, and you can get there, and you're not necessarily going through a desert where you're going to have to, it's possible that you could stop. So you have to be posted, you have to tell the leader, I want to stop on Shabbos. Even though he doesn't have to listen to you, it's okay. It's a possibility he might listen to you. But you don't want to be left behind, so you can go with them. Because if you leave behind in the desert, you're probably going to die. Let's say you're traveling on one of these caravans or buses. You get into a city on Shabbos. You can go into the entire city, walk, because that's considered your makom. The city. Even if they left you on the outskirts of the city, within 2 amos of the city, you could go into the city. Once the Mishnah Sechas Eruvin says, if I go over Dvar Mitzvah, I go to save someone, do Pikuach Nefesh, or I go out for another Dvar Mitzvah, wherever I stopped, I have 2 amos. So if the city boundaries are within 2 amos from where I am, I can go into that city, and the city is considered one place. I can walk the entire city. A Dvar Mitzvah is not going to shake a lulav or to go to a sukkah, even to make money for parnasa. And the Magen Avraham adds, even you have enough money, you just larviach, you want to make more money. That's okay. That's considered a Dvar Mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to live a luxurious lifestyle. You want to go see your friend on Facebook in Greece. Chashav hakol Dvar Mitzvah. It's all considered Dvar Mitzvah. Ain't no chashav davar rishus. Rak shaholich l'tayel. The only time it's considered davar rishus, which you're not allowed to do on Friday, is if you're going on a vacation. You're going on Royal Caribbean, and you have no friend in Greece. This, I believe, is the correct psak halacha. And the Ramah says the minhag is that anything except a vacation without a friend in Greece is considered to be a davar mitzvah, and it's okay. That's the conclusion of today's shir. Now, there's a lot of problems with today's shir, which we didn't talk about. There's three main problems on going on a boat and also going to the desert on a bus, a caravan. The problems are 3. Number 1, even if you're in the ocean, there's a problem of Dalet Amos and a Carmelist on the boat. That was not mentioned at all over here. Then there's a second problem with the poskim talk about it. If you go out 3 days before Shabbos, even if you know you're Mechal Shabbos, that's okay. Why is that okay? Within 3 days, it's not okay. Before 3 days, it is okay. That's something else you have to deal with. And that's actually the 2 main problems. We'll leave out the third problem is a problem of Tchumen. We'll leave that out. They pretty much dealt with Tchumen over here. Stay tuned for Ian to lean on, where I discuss those 2 problems and how we should view it halachically. Ian to lean on, coming up next.